The 7 levels of swordsmanship in comics explained. Level 1. Skilled Fighters, Daredevil. Matt Murdock represents the absolute ceiling of human martial arts achievement, and he does it blind. Trained by stick and ninjutsu after chemicals destroyed his sight but amplified his remaining senses, Daredevil blends his father's boxing with Filipino Kali, Wing Chun, and pressure point mastery. His billy club splits into dual eskrima sticks or grappling cable. He's fought Black Panther, Captain America, Iron Fist, and Taskmaster to standstills. What makes his swordsmanship remarkable is that when he uses swords, his radar sense makes him lethal. In Wolverine number 24, he impaled feral Wolverine mid-berserker rage. Any bladed weapon becomes extension of his skill set. The limitation is physical. He can match enhanced opponents through skill, but he bleeds. His radar sense grants 360 awareness, but against superhuman swordsmen with centuries of experience or mystical abilities, technique hits its ceiling. He's the best blind swordsman who ever lived, possibly the best human martial artist in Marvel, but still human, operating at training's peak without mystical enhancement. Nightwing. Dick Grayson was trained by Batman since childhood, making him one of DC's most proficient hand-to-hand combatants. His circus acrobatics, combined with Bruce Wayne's complete martial arts education, produced a fighter whose agility surpasses even his mentor. Nightwing's eskrima sticks are his signature, twin batons wielded with dual weapon proficiency, emphasizing dynamic movement. He's mastered over a dozen forms, including savate, judo, aikido, capoeira, taekwondo. When he uses swords during undercover ops, his eskrima training translates seamlessly. Same principles of dual weapon fighting, distance management, flowing combinations. His time with Teen Titans exposed him to sword masters including Deathstroke, Katana, Ra's al Ghul. The limitation? Dick is peak human, not superhuman. Exceptional reflexes, impeccable conditioning, flawless technique, but he doesn't heal faster, doesn't possess mystical strength, can't channel energy through blades. Against opponents with genuine superhuman advantages or mystical weapons, human limitations show. He compensates through intelligence and adaptability, but raw capability eventually matters against enhanced opponents. Level 2. Master Swordsman. Black Panther. T'Challa represents royal training, enhanced abilities, and technological superiority intersecting. As King of Wakanda, he inherited centuries of Panther lineage techniques, trained from childhood in Wakandan martial arts, incorporating traditional African weapons. The heart-shaped herb enhanced his strength, speed, reflexes, agility, senses to superhuman levels, exceeding human capability significantly. His vibranium suit absorbs kinetic energy. His sword skills manifest through traditional Wakandan blades, energy daggers, retractable vibranium claws functioning as sword extensions. He's fought Killmonger, M'Baku, Namor, Dora Milaje, Master Warriors. His tactical genius analyzes fighting styles mid-combat, adapting to exploit weaknesses. The limitation: T'Challa's blade work is one component of broader skill set. He's king, scientist, strategist, warrior, not dedicated swordsman living by the blade. His enhancement is significant, but not overwhelming. He represents mastery through integration, physical enhancement plus technical training plus technology plus tactical intelligence. Absolutely lethal with blades, but not essentially defined by swordsmanship. Green Arrow. Oliver Queen's inclusion seems counterintuitive for DC's premier archer, but his training reveals complete blade work overshadowed by his bow. Stranded on Lian Yu, Oliver trained with Slade Wilson, Deathstroke, Shadow, and Talia al Ghul, all master swordsmen. He's shown proficiency with swords, knives, improvised bladed weapons during close-quarters combat or silent takedowns. His sword work follows archery principles: precision, economy, pressure point targeting, Filipino martial arts, Japanese swordsmanship, practical knife fighting refined through survival. He's held his own against Ra's al Ghul, fought Merlin, survived League of Assassins encounters. Slade's training emphasized sword techniques complementing archery. Both require similar mechanics, focus, timing. The limitation is choice. Oliver chose the bow as primary weapon because it matches his philosophy: distance, precision, minimal lethal force. Sword skills are genuine fallback capability, not primary expertise. Against dedicated sword masters who've spent lifetimes perfecting blade work, his divided focus shows. Absolutely dangerous with swords, can beat most opponents, but not living and breathing swordsmanship like higher-level characters. Level 3. Enhanced Blade Masters. Black Knight, Dane Whitman. Dane Whitman wields the Ebony Blade, a cursed magical sword forged by Merlin from a meteorite capable of cutting through any material and deflecting magical attacks. The blade feeds on violence and bloodlust, gradually corrupting its wielder toward murder. Dane inherited it from his villainous uncle, choosing to redeem the Black Knight legacy. He served with Avengers, fought countless mystical conflicts. The Ebony Blade can cut through dimensions, dispel enchantments, absorbs kinetic energy to enhance strikes. Dane's training combines modern fencing, tactical Avenger combat, mystical understanding from wielding Arthurian magic. He rides a winged horse, wears enchanted armor. His battles against Dracula, the Enchantress, deviant forces required mastering how magical weapons interact with mystical threats. The problem is the curse. Every time Dane spills blood, it pushes him toward darkness. He's resisted better than previous wielders, but constant mental warfare against his own weapon represents essential limitation. He can't fully utilize the blade without risking losing himself. He fights two-front war, against enemies and against his sword's corruption. The ebony blade makes him formidable. It also makes him vulnerable in ways physical opponents never experience. Elektra. Elektra Nachios represents pinnacle ninja assassin training combined with mystical resurrection and decades killing Marvel's most dangerous targets. Trained by both the hand, evil ninjas, and the chaste, good ninjas led by Stick, she's mastered ninjutsu to exceptional degree. Primary weapons are twin sai, but she's proficient with swords, shuriken, knives. She's died and resurrected multiple times, fought Bullseye to standstills, matched Daredevil despite his radar sense. Her mystical connection to death lets her resist psychic attacks, move with mystical silence, channel chi energy-enhancing strikes. Her sword work emphasizes fluid, economical movements, no wasted motion. She's assassinated political targets, superhuman beings, mystically enhanced opponents through stealth, precision, absolute commitment. The limitation? Elektra operates at enhanced human capabilities edge without crossing into openly mystical power. Faster, stronger, tougher than peak humans through chai training and mystical enhancement, but not invulnerable. She's been killed by Bullseye, manipulated by Hand's dark magic. She exists in liminal space between very enhanced human and genuinely superhuman, powerful enough to threaten almost anyone, not quite powerful enough to challenge beings with godlike attributes. Damian Wayne. Damian was bred by the League of Assassins to be perfect warrior heir. From birth, he received the most intensive combat training available anywhere. By age 10, he was already one of the most dangerous hand-to-hand combatants alive. Ra's al Ghul's grandson and Bruce Wayne's biological son, Damian, combines Bat family tactical genius with Al Ghul ruthless efficiency. His sword work treats blades as assassination tools, not honor weapons, embraces lethal techniques Batman forbids. He's wielded various swords, from traditional katanas to enchanted blades. His training lacks moral restraints limiting heroes like Nightwing. Small size provides advantages in sword combat. Faster, harder to hit, exploits openings larger opponents don't anticipate. He's fought Deathstroke, matched adult assassins despite being a child. The limitation? Damian is still human with no mystical enhancement beyond elite training. He's also young, lacking decades of experience fighters like Deathstroke or Ra's possess. His emotional volatility compromises tactical judgment. He represents absolute peak of child prodigy training. Against opponents with centuries of experience or superhuman attributes, youth and training meet their limits. Level 4. Superhuman Warriors. Deadpool. Wade Wilson is unkillable, fundamentally changing how he fights. His healing factor, Wolverine's DNA plus experimental cancer treatment, allows recovery from decapitation, gunshots, dismemberment, incineration. This means Deadpool takes risks that would kill anyone else, uses his body as distraction while positioning blades for kills, extends fights until opponents exhaust while he regenerates stamina. His signature dual katanas are rarely named but regularly present. His actual technique is sophisticated beneath chaos. He's trained by Taskmaster, who copies anyone's style, been surgically enhanced to peak condition, has decades of mercenary experience. He's matched Wolverine, fought ninja armies simultaneously, survives through combinations of sword skill and regeneration. His unpredictability is tactical advantage. Opponents can't anticipate moves because Wade doesn't fight logically. The limitation, healing factor doesn't equal skill. Deadpool survives through regeneration but still feels pain, gets tired, makes mistakes. Against opponents fast enough to repeatedly decapitate him or disable limbs faster than regeneration, unkillability becomes less decisive. His mental instability works against him. He's as likely to stop mid-fight for jokes as execute killing strikes. He represents what happens when you give exceptional mercenary an unkillable body, overwhelming offense with little defensive concern. Deathstroke. Slade Wilson is widely considered DC's greatest assassin and one of their most skilled swordsmen. An experimental serum enhanced his capabilities to superhuman levels. He can lift several tons, react faster than Olympic athletes, heal from permanently disabling injuries, maintains peak condition indefinitely. His brain operates at enhanced capacity, processing tactical information and predicting opponent movements with near precognitive accuracy. He's mastered virtually every martial art, weapon system, combat technique known. His preferred weapon weapons are katana and bow staff, wielded ambidextrously, treating sword as body extension. He's defeated Batman in single combat, fought entire Justice League simultaneously, trained Nightwing and Arsenal. His enhanced mind analyzes fighting styles mid-combat, adapting to exploit weaknesses. The limitation: Deathstroke is still technically human, just enhanced. He can be overwhelmed by opponents with greater superhuman strength like Wonder Woman, outnumbered by coordinated teams, or matched by opponents with similar enhancement plus mystical abilities. His healing factor is significant, but not Wolverine instant regeneration. Serious injuries require recovery time. His greatest weakness is personal. Obsessions, vendettas, complicated relationships create emotional vulnerabilities. Tactical genius can't eliminate. Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul has lived over 600 years through Lazarus Pits, accumulating centuries of sword-fighting experience across cultures, eras, styles. He's mastered medieval European swordsmanship, Japanese kenjutsu, Middle Eastern scimitar techniques, modern tactical blade combat. He's fought in actual wars throughout history, trained multiple League generations in his techniques, personally taught Talia, Damian, even Bruce Wayne. Physical conditioning is maintained at peak human through Lazarus exposure, giving strength, speed, endurance belying apparent age. When Ra's draws a sword, he fights with 6 centuries of experience. He treats sword combat as philosophical expression. Each technique carries meaning beyond violence. He sees himself as the world's necessary demon. His fighting combines brutal efficiency with aesthetic beauty. He's matched Batman blade to blade, defeated metahumans through superior technique. The limitation: Ra's is genuinely mortal between Lazarus uses, and each resurrection carries cost. Pits restore body but affect mind, sometimes leaving him temporarily insane. He's bound by honor code, creating tactical vulnerabilities, respects worthy opponents, values tradition, makes choices based on philosophy rather than optimal tactics. Against opponents fighting without honor or possessing genuinely mystical powers, centuries of experience face diminishing returns. Level 5 Mystical Blades. Silver Samurai. Kenui-Chiyo Harada possesses a mutant ability generating a tachyon field around his katana, allowing it to cut through virtually any material by disrupting molecular bonds at quantum level. This isn't just sharp sword, it cuts through adamantium, vibranium, other indestructible materials by bypassing structural integrity entirely. Combined with master kenjutsu training, Yakuza connections, personal honor code, Silver Samurai represents mystical level enhancement meeting traditional Japanese swordsmanship. He's fought Wolverine repeatedly, one of few opponents whose claws match his enhanced blade, challenged Black Panther in Wakanda, served as villain and occasional anti-hero. His technique follows classical Japanese schools, Iaido, Kendo, Batajutsu, refined before mutation manifested. The tachyon field doesn't make him better swordsman, it makes strikes unstoppable once connecting. The limitation: tachyon field is line-of-sight power. He must actually connect with blade. Against opponents faster than him or with precognitive abilities letting them dodge, power becomes less decisive. His honor code constrains tactics, won't attack from ambush, won't strike helpless opponents, maintains warrior ethics even when compromising strategic advantage. His mutation makes his sword deadly. It doesn't make him invulnerable, doesn't grant healing factor, doesn't protect from opponents matching his speed while possessing additional advantages. Magic. Ilyana Rasputina wields the Soul Sword, forged from her essence while trapped in Hell Dimension Limbo. The sword doesn't exist in physical reality, it's pure magical energy given form, capable of disrupting magical effects, severing mystical bonds, harming mystical beings. Physical weapons can't touch. Particularly effective against demons, dark magic users, entities existing partially outside normal reality. The Soul Sword focuses Ilyana's magical powers, including teleportation through time-space via stepping discs, control over Limbo's demonic armies, dark magic taught by Demon Belasco. She's served with X-Men, led New Mutants, fought reality-threatening magical conflicts across dimensions. The Soul Sword doesn't follow normal physics. It cuts through magical defenses regardless of power, phases through physical objects to strike souls directly, grows more powerful as she embraces darker nature. The limitation: the Soul Sword is inextricably linked to Ilyana's soul and Limbo corruption. The more she uses it, the more demonic influence grows. She constantly battles to maintain humanity while wielding power, wanting to corrupt her. Against purely physical opponents, the Soul Sword is less effective, designed to fight magical threats, not punch superhumans. Her teleportation and magic provide versatility, but she's not invulnerable, not immortal, essentially young. Despite power, she represents immense potential wrapped in dangerous instability. Level 6 Cosmic Warriors Gamora. Gamora is literally most dangerous woman in the universe. Thanos adopted her as child and trained her personally to become living weapon capable of killing gods. Her physical enhancement is Titan level. She possesses superhuman strength, speed, durability, healing factor, reflexes in same category as Drax or Nebula. Her sword, Godslayer, was specifically designed to kill Thanos himself. Forged from unknown cosmic materials capable of harming beings conventional weapons can't scratch. She's mastered martial arts from thousands of alien civilizations, fought in cosmic-scale conflicts, killed targets from minor warlords to legitimate cosmic threats. Thanos taught her everything about combat, tactics, assassination. She fights with ruthless efficiency trained by universe's greatest strategist, combined with killer instinct honed through decades of high-stakes work. The limitation: she's still biological, not cosmic entity herself. She can be injured, overwhelmed by sufficient force, outmaneuvered by opponents with cosmic-level abilities like reality manipulation or energy projection. Her Godslayer sword is incredibly powerful but not infinite. It has limits against truly cosmic-scale threats. Her greatest weakness is emotional, complicated relationship with adopted family, guilt over assassinations for Thanos, ongoing struggle reconciling nature as living weapon with desire to be hero. Wonder Woman. Diana of Themyscira was forged from clay and given life by Olympian gods themselves. She possesses godlike strength, trading blows with Superman, speed rivaling Flash, invulnerability withstanding nuclear explosions, 3,000 years of Amazonian combat training. She was taught sword fighting by Ares, god of war himself, literally trained by conceptual personification of combat. Her sword is either Sword of Athena or God Killer depending on continuity, both divine weapons harming beings conventional weapons can't touch. She's fought Doomsday, matched Superman despite his superior strength, led Justice League missions against reality-ending threats. Her swordsmanship represents pinnacle divine warrior training combined with godlike attributes. Her reflexes deflect bullets with bracelets. Her strength cleaves through almost any material. Her experience spans ancient warfare to modern superhero conflicts. The limitation: Wonder Woman typically restrains herself, preferring diplomacy and non-lethal solutions even when fighting with sword. Her greatest power, compassion and understanding, also constrains tactical options. She won't kill unless absolutely necessary, giving ruthless opponents advantage. Against beings with cosmic-level reality manipulation, divine weapons, or essential conceptual powers transcending physical combat, even godlike abilities face limits. She fights with honor, even when pragmatism would be more effective. Level 7. Supernatural Legends. Blade. Eric Brooks is Dampier, half human, half vampire, granting all vampire kinds strengths with none of their weaknesses. He possesses superhuman strength, speed, agility, enhanced senses, accelerated healing, complete immunity to sunlight, garlic, holy symbols, silver. He's lived over a century hunting vampires with obsessive dedication, accumulating decades of experience killing mystical threats. Normal weapons can't harm. His signature weapon is his sword, sometimes single blade, sometimes dual swords, forged from silver and treated with vampire-killing compounds. He's mastered countless martial arts over his extended life, studied vampire lore from every culture, trained with various mystical hunters. His technique is brutally practical. He doesn't fence, he executes. Every strike aims to decapitate, stake through heart, dismember. His healing factor allows risks normal swordsmen can't, pushing through injuries that would stop enhanced humans. The limitation: Blade exists in constant internal conflict. He possesses vampire bloodlust constantly tempting him to feed on humans. He's struggled with addiction to vampire blood, fought his darker nature sometimes, requires human assistance maintaining humanity. Against non-vampire opponents, his specific adaptations are less effective. Weapons optimized for killing undead, not fighting cosmic threats or heavily armored opponents. His healing factor is significant but not Wolverine-level regeneration. Exceptionally dangerous within his specialty. Outside hunting mystical creatures, powerful but not overwhelming. Katana. Tatsu Yamashiro wields the Soul Taker, a legendary Japanese blade trapping souls of everyone it kills within the sword itself. The blade is ancient, mystically forged, contains thousands of trapped souls, including Tatsu's husband Masao, murdered by her brother-in-law Takeo, who stole the sword. Tatsu reclaimed the Soul Taker and dedicated her life to wielding it for justice, despite knowing every kill becomes trapped in its dark magic. The sword grants abilities beyond normal weaponry, cuts through mystical defenses, harms intangible entities. Trapped souls sometimes whisper tactical information about opponents. She's served with Outsiders, Suicide Squad, Justice League of America. Her technique follows traditional Japanese kenjutsu refined through years of training and real combat. She treats Blade with reverence, understanding it's not just weapon, but prison, containing her husband's soul plus everyone she's killed. The limitation: the Soul Taker is double-edged curse. It grants power to fight mystical threats, but corrupts with every kill. Trapped souls regularly assault her mentally. Her husband's soul provides guidance, but represents perpetual reminder of failure protecting him. She's not physically enhanced beyond training. No healing factor, no superhuman strength, no mystical resilience. Against opponents matching her skill, while possessing additional advantages like regeneration or invulnerability, her advantage diminishes. The Soul Taker makes her dangerous to mystical beings, doesn't make her invincible, and every fight won adds another screaming soul to Blade's eternal prison. Which comic book swordsman do you think deserves the top spot? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more comic book rankings.